I'm ready for more. Tell them I'm ready for more. Game time. I'm ready for war. Tell them I'm ready for war. I just got 20, I'm running on empty. There's more where that came from, my money is silly. I feel it envy, not trying to be friendly. It is what it is, if you want me, come get me. Whenever you ready, no, I keep it steady. Yeah, I get the W, throw the confetti. Please do not tempt me, don't hold it against me. We bout that action, don't ever forget it. Squad of gorillas, the army, the navy. When I call a play, I'ma score like I'm Brady. The title is mine, if you want it, come take it. I'm ready for more.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. With the echoes of cannon blast still ringing in our ears from the north end zone, the Bucs were introduced a moment ago, and they are all set as their guys will do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Here's Raheem Mostert, the local product from right here in Florida. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Brings up second and 2.
Lance, a handoff here to Mostert. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They'll try and run here with Mostert. Powering his way forward. Oh, he sheds himself free. 61 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and it's...
That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Now for the point after. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Niners 7, Buccaneers nothing.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Brady and the Bucs now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
I absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. This defense for the Niners, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. On play action, it's Brady. He's got a man. It's his fullback. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 1.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. But he's a bigger, stronger guy. Maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Second down and 3.
Let's go, B. Big series right here. We got to step it up. Right there.
Here's Brady to throw. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
On 2nd and a couple, Brady. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point put through by Succum.
And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. On the handoff, this is Mostert. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Lance going up top. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Buccaneers are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. So a 1st interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
So after the INT, it's Brady. He'll go underneath with it. That's complete to his running back. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of the defense.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
These two teams all tied after 1. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Kill. Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Stop your body. Mike.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. Going up top for Miller. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Push him back. Push him back. Mike 54. Mike 54.
Throwing now is Brady. He has Brett over the middle. And he is going to have a Bucs 1st down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now they try the right side here. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On second down, they'll try and run the counter. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
That's on the guard, Alex Kappa.
They'll come up now on a second and long after the hold. Now a handoff looking right. Pushes him over. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. The Bucs on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 4. To throw, it's Brady. Going deep this time for Miller.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way, and the head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert.
And some room to maneuver. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
74 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. On play action, Lance. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Brandon Ayuk.
His first touchdown on the year.
And the 49ers on just 2 plays have taken the lead. An extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that makes the score 14-7.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Meanwhile, Brady's throw complete here, pulled in by Howard.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2.
From midfield, here's Brady. And he whips that one incomplete there.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Let's go, Heavy. Everyone, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some.
Open man has got one. It's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Brady. Completes it right side to Brett. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Brady. Dancing to his left. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver. And he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Lance.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
Now, how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
On 2nd down, Mostert.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down.
Working from the gun, Lance.
He's going to let this one go deep. Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. A big connection on that one. 34 yards.
And that was a high degree of difficulty on that one, but to me, it goes back to fundamentals and determination. High point the football and declare it yours.
Throwing on 1st down is Lance. That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield.
And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the 1st half of play.
Play action, now it's Lance. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Levante David. And the Bucksons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Brady now on first down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. That catch good for only a couple.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
8 yards to go on second down.
Brady going to throw. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Let's go. Hey, check it. Jim. Hey, let me go. 29 is the mic. Hey, check it.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And some room to work. And he's going to have a first down here. They're also in the field goal range down at the 27-yard line. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This from 44 yards away. Succop's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting 49ers on top. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. So a 4-point game here as we get set to resume action in this third quarter of play. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot. So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Check 26, check 26.
Brady. Going up top for Miller. He's got a man complete. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Hey, check it. 57's the mic. Mark 57. It's a party now. It's a party now.
They'll try to run this one in. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
try to run this one in. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Bucs are going to retake the lead. Extra point up and good by Succop. And it's now 17-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Off of play action, here's Lance. Being chased out left. And Lance will have the first down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact there at the end of the play.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
From the gun, a run with Mostert. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Levante David in on the tackle.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
And now they'll throw with Lance. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Shotgun now for Lance. And this is caught at the 8. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively, but they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Lance, a quick throw out wide, complete. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
A gain of 7 brings up 2nd and goal at the 1-yard line.
Second and goal from the 1. They'll run with Mostert. And that play's not going to get him in as he stopped right at about the line of scrimmage. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's 3rd and goal. They were held out last time. Here now is 3rd and goal from the 1. They'll run with Mostert, and he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Raheem Mostert, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the 49ers have retaken the lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that will make this a 4-point game.
Buccaneers 17.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They had seized the lead there for a little bit with a starting drive in the third quarter, but a moment ago, the touchdown that puts them back behind.
So their defense is under siege a little bit right now because they have not able to solve their opponents. So they've got to keep hammering away on offense and try and win this one in what appears to be a shootout.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot.
And get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Britt's got it, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And to give this time to the tailback. Finds a seam inside the 40. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent game, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
And he'll give it here to his running back. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point fourth-quarter lead.
Only 4 yards on that gain, but, you know, a lot of people would say that's like getting 9 in normal circumstances since this was 1st and 5.
Yeah, now your playbook's wide open here, 2nd and very short.
Yeah, I still don't think that you can count it in the stats that way at contract time.
No, it still goes down as 4, not 9. Now they try the right side here. And he's taken down inside the 30. 104 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's going on.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Now he'll throw with Brady. Eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
Hey, watch the lane. Hey, 66.
Watch my board. Here we go, let's bring it.
To throw is Brady. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Mike 29. He can't hit. He's not going to get me. 29 is the Mike 29. Get him.
From From the gun, it's Brady. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty, and the 49ers are going to get the football back. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel-down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
Lance now to throw.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Throwing now is Lance. That's Samuel, caught left side.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. From the gun, it's Lance. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he is going to have a Niners first down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Back to the running game with Mostert. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. That one looks like he'll throw here. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9.
Lance looking to throw it.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr.
And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Oh my, how the tables have turned now. They were trying to salt this one away, but that interception, potentially a game changer.
Yeah, I just got to think to myself, at this point of the game, I know you've been aggressive. I know that's your MO, and that's fine. And all those teams that talk about all gas, no brakes, you better have the emergency lever to pull occasionally. They could have used it right there. They put themselves in a tough spot with that interception.
Brady to throw.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Well, this defense has been physical all game long, and it certainly looks like they're not going to back off and make things any easier. They want to keep making life miserable for the receivers all the way to the end.
Now whistles here before the snap. Looked like one of the Bucs may have moved. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Back to throw, Brady. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. They tried to take a shot there on 2nd down, and that leaves them, because of the incompletion, a very tricky 3rd and 10.
And with a time situation, you would expect them to try and get it all in this one play, but there's still enough time that if you can take something shorter, gain some yardage, make it a more manageable 4th down if you need to.
To throw is Brady. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
And this nearly intercepted. Probably should have been. Had he caught it, it would have sealed it. Instead, one more chance coming up on 4th down.
Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down. Now Brady got to have this one. Flushed out right. Over the middle, he finds Godwin, complete. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Brady. Looking downfield for Godwin.
A high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
A really nice knockdown. He has so much pressure in these situations on defensive backs. What are they taught?
Play the ball, not the man, because if you have a pass interference penalty in this spot, boy, oh boy, you put your team in a bad place.
He's back to throw. Going deep this time for Miller. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it. And this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. He'll look to throw. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
And now defensively in the 2-minute drill, the big key to me, make sure you understand your assignments. And anytime you get a chance to tackle someone in bounds, get them on the ground.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. With 3 seconds to go, if it's good, we're off to overtime. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And no return here to begin the overtime session. That'll be a touchback.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
And it's been loud in here so far. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And you definitely could make the case we might not even be in overtime had he not thrown 3 interceptions in regulation. But looking better here so far in OT.
Yeah, and when you think about what a coach is thinking at that point, because normally you've thrown 3 picks during the game, you might craft your play calling to be a little more careful. Not in this case. The green light still on for him.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw complete here to Ayuk.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so. Back-to-back completions, and that puts them in enemy territory.
And we're always looking for that elusive term, momentum, aren't we? And I think they're building it with the back-to-back completions. Now they feel like they can either take a shot or continue to build it the way that they're doing now. Safe throws, get it to their playmakers, and see what happens.
Options galore here. Second and a few inches. Now a give to Mostert running right.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to wind up getting this all the way down to the Buccaneers' 18.
111 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Mostert. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Here's Lance to throw it. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Lance. They'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. That's their second and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to at least get them a lead here in overtime. And his kick is right there. It's good. So they do get the short field goal here to get them the all-important overtime lead. But, Charles, you wonder if they'll wind up ruining the fact that they were able to get down into the red zone, yet not able to find the touchdown that would have won them the game.
Brandon, you're absolutely right. In overtime, when you get the ball first, the hope is your opponents never see the football. But now they're going to get a drive to try and win it, or at least keep the game alive with a field goal. And I'm getting a dictionary out to look up ruin.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. The field goal would push it to sudden death. We just saw the field goal on the other end, but I don't think they are thinking field goal. At least not to start this drive. They're not thinking field goal.
Not at all, because your point is well taken. Yeah, kick the field goal, you push it to sudden death, but you're also kicking off and giving the other team the ball with a chance to kick a field goal and beat you. Get the touchdown, finish the game off. That has to be the mindset.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a play fake. Brady. That's caught by Howard. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down. Second and 10. On play action, it's Brady. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now a handoff looking right. And a short gain down to about the 33.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Throwing now is Brady.
Evans has got the first down and then some.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So he hooked up with a veteran there, and in overtime, that's not a bad idea. Go with the age and the experience.
Yeah, because sometimes the young guys, they give you the fresh legs and give you all that bounce. But in this type of a situation, sometimes those legs slow down a little bit as the enormity of the moment overwhelms them. The veteran guys, they tend to come through.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
57's the mic. Watch 57. Defense wins championships, baby. Let's 57's right. Hey, check it.
Now Brady. And this will be caught. Touchdown. They needed overtime to get it done, but put this one in the win column. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for the Bucs, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the Niners, it was a good first month, but they'll fall to 4-1 as they suffer their first loss. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Baltimore Ravens come to town. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.